Hello and welcome back. We're in 80s month, so that means we're going to handle another 80s show. But instead of a cartoon, let's go live action.
And it's Thursday. You know what that means? It's time for us to have another Throwback Thursday. And we're gonna go back in time, throw up that celebration, because Heart of the Stories we tell, and me, Rob the host, is going to take us back to a quick nostalgic look and see how a story was that might be a little bit on the older side. So celebrate your week almost being over as we look at
Knightrider. And if you missed it, 2 weeks ago we did Thundercats, and this week we are going to move on from animation and go into live action. But this whole idea was brought up because this guy does this show called 80s Then and 80s Now, and he thought that a bunch of us should be supporting each other and showcasing. So if you're interested, go click on his stuff, and maybe you can get a chance to see a little more nostalgia. Right now, though, I'm throwing back to when one man could make a difference. Or, as the opening montage told you, a shadowy flight into a world of a man that does not exist. The Knightrider. And overall, I wanted to give this one a high rating because it's just so amazing and it's been remade and it's perfect. And you know what? I'm giving it gold. It's got a bunch of cheesiness, but I am still saying it is a solid gold. If you have a problem with that, fight me. No, okay. Leave me a comment, though, and let me know if you agree. In the meantime, in case you didn't know what I do here, I review stories. Good ones, bad ones, you name it. And basically, I do Throwback Thursdays. I try every Thursday, but I missed it last week. And theory videos on Sunday. Other than that, I do videos as things come out. If that sounds interesting to you, click the subscribe button. But I'm going to throw up a quasi-spoiler warning, and we're going to talk about Knightrider. And we are going to start with the setting, and the setting is the 80s, and is a pretty much fictitious Earth. But then we're going to go to characters. There are a bunch, but there's only two that really matter. This is Michael Knight, and he is the hero of our story. And this is his trusty steed, Kit, the Knight Industries 2000. And these two basically are a buddy cop team that go around and solve crimes and help people. Simple enough, let's get to the plot. And the plot is pretty simple. So let's go with it's linear. And basically, Mike used to be a police officer till he was shot and almost killed. He was rescued, and surgery was done to make him look like this rich dude's son who was missing. And he was given this car. And the car is smart, and the car is basically a supercomputer. And with it, he fights crime. And moving right along, let's talk about point of view. Well, we're either following Mike or Kit 99% of the time. Now, I know what you're saying to yourself. This seems very simplistic and easy. Why am I even covering all this? But here's why. Theme and symbolism. Knight Industries is this rich, weapons company, so it's kind of like Iron Man. And basically, the owner has realized that there needs to be some sort of change. See, all these bad things are happening in the world, and the only way you could stop them is if you put someone in the right position. But it had to be the right person, and that position had to be a powerful position. And basically, one man, if he was the right man, could make the difference and could save the world. And yeah, that's a little simplistic, but that's Knightrider. And now, let's talk about what made the show awesome, as we do the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we start with the good. And the good starts with the car, and all of the kinetic, awesome stunts and trace sequences, and they found a lot of great ways to use this car that seemed like magic. But my personal favorite, the turbo boost, the ability to make a car jump. Oh my god, that was so awesome! Alright, also, Michael Knight, played by a very charismatic actor that brought the character to life. And like any good 80s show, it had a good moral at the end. Now, normally this is where I skip to the bad and the ugly, but I'm going to group those two together for a second. The bad and the ugly really is the fact that, point blank, the show was more than a little dated. If you don't have a big fantasy of 80s nostalgia, this is not the show for you. They did do a sequel series, and I will say that I believe that I talked about it before, where they used Kit more as a computer program, and oh my god, how badass that is. But for now, let me know, what did you think of Knightrider? Is there anything specific about it you'd like to talk about? Because that's what this is best for. Let's talk about our nostalgia and what we think about these old shows. Because that's what 80s Then and Now is all about, and that's what this is all about. So give me a thumbs up, share this video, like it, leave a comment, let me know what you think of Knightrider or if you've ever seen it. And if you haven't already, click subscribe because we're building a community here. One where we're going to talk about all sorts of things. And today we were kind of doing a weird nostalgia throwback Thursday. Next week maybe we'll get back to cartoons. Let me know what you think. And thank you for walking with me through the heart of the stories we tell. Have a good night.